Most people don't associate game theory with the Bible. When we hear game theory, we generally think of mathematicians or investors or some sort of a high roller who's constantly leveling up his life regardless of the consequences. But is game theory actually scripture? The Bible has been teaching strategic living, long term thinking, and leveling up since Genesis. You can call it wisdom, discipline, stewardship, spiritual maturity. It's the same truth. Life rewards the person who plays the long game. The Bible teaches decision consequences and long term payoff. Game theory is about choices and consequences. Every move you make affects the next move. And the Bible teaches the exact same thing. Proverbs 14:15 says, "The simple believes anything, but the prudent gives thought to their steps." This is decision theory, and wise people will always look ahead to the next outcome. The fool will stay in his past. He'll live in the past and he'll never go forward because he'll never recognize the true power of the moment. Galatians 6:7 says, "You reap what you sow." This is cause and effect, strategic living. Our input will create our output. Proverbs 24, verse 3. Through wisdom a house is built, through understanding it is established. Growth comes from planning and execution, not just planning. Too many of us stay in analysis paralysis. We stay in the planning stage far too long because we're scared to make a mistake. But most people are stuck because they live emotionally instead of strategically. They play the short game. The Bible teaches the long game through consistency and wisdom. Delayed gratification is biblical and it's game theory. Game theory rewards people who make sacrifices for greater gains later. The Bible teaches the same through discipline and self control. Luke 14, verse 28 says, Jesus says to count the cost before building a tower. This is literally strategic planning. We need to understand or at least be able to contemplate what the outcome might be before we start. Proverbs 13:11 says, "Wealth gained quickly is soon lost, but hard-earned wealth grows over time." This is literally long-term compounding. Short-term comfort destroys long-term success. God designed the world to reward those who can delay their own personal gratification. Every upgrade in your life is going to be a direct result of choosing discipline over impulse. In game theory, your alliances determine your advantage. The Bible speaks directly to this. Proverbs 13, verse 20 says, "Walk with the wise and become wise." 1 Corinthians 15:33, "Bad company corrupts good character." These verses are so literal that an explanation really isn't even needed. Your circle alters your score. Your environment affects your outcomes. Biblical wisdom teaches you to align with people who will elevate your life, not drain it. Stewardship is leveling up. The Bible uses stewardship as a test for promotion. This matches game theory with the ability to manage resources and determine whether you advance. Matthew 25 teaches us the parable of the talents. The people who took their talents and developed them into something more were welcomed into the kingdom. The person who kept his talent but didn't develop it was excluded from the kingdom. God never blesses wasted potential. He blesses responsibility and faithfulness. Leveling up isn't luck, it's stewardship. What you handle well will increase, and what you neglect, that will decrease. Spiritual mindset and rational strategy work together. It's a symbiotic relationship. Many people think faith means doing nothing, but in Scripture, faith and strategy go hand in hand. When Nehemiah was called to build the wall, he prayed, but he also developed a plan. He trusted God, but he was still smart enough to put guards at the gates for his own protection. Proverbs 16, verse 9 says, "A person plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps." This means strategy is your job and favor is God's job. Your ability to plan first is crucial because after the planning, that's when God will start to direct your steps. Faith isn't passivity. Faith is clarity plus action. Dominion and leveling up go hand in hand. In Genesis 1, God gives humanity complete control, complete dominion over the earth. Dominion means responsibility, authority, growth. It's leveling up that's built into creation. God designed you to increase. He designed you to evolve. Spiritual maturity isn't survival, it's expansion. And sanctification should be the number one goal of anyone who wants to get closer to God. Everything that the modern world calls self help or growth, leveling up, playing the long game, the Bible has taught this from the beginning. It's literally decision making. It's teaching us strategy. The Bible teaches wisdom, it teaches stewardship, and it teaches discipline and character. If you live in these principles, you just aren't leveling up. You're aligning yourself with the original blueprint for human greatness.